GM, we are live, and that's it. It's over. The best ball for 2025 is done. We have a new champion, Sam Sherman. Huge congratulations to him. Absolutely crazy to have two people from ship chasing winning BBM. It is absolutely crazy. I don't want to say coincidence, but just absolutely wild run out that happened. What a sweat. It felt like a coronation for Sam in the first half, and then it got so sweaty in the last 5-10 minutes. Thrilled for Sam. Great guy, great, member of the community. I know he retired, but I mean, now he's got to come back now, right? But huge congrats to Sam. A lot of winners yesterday. Some awesome people that hang out here. Purple Yosh taking down the Eliminator. Gunnar Ross, I believe, got second. So awesome to see them go 1-2. I hope I don't have that wrong. We had Mac Nova getting second in the DraftKings Millie, I think. And just so many other hits. So awesome to see. None of them were me. I had a tough conclusion to the year. Just didn't have those pieces you needed to get teams through to the finals. Only had 3 finals teams and nothing to write home about. But good morning to everybody. I mean, it's funny because the room had Easy and Mathology in it, so it was a sharp room, and he just made an awesome team. I think. Let me see if I can. Let me pull it up. Hopefully, DB hasn't been sunsetted just yet. But we look at the team. So we had 3. It was a 3-6-7-2, and quite fortunate that it was able to survive this George Kittle all season as well. George Kittle being injured for much of the year, having some really nice spike weeks, but Juwan Johnson, just late round, great draft pick there. 3 QB team, Tyler Shuck, Bryce Young, Brock Purdy. I mean, Brock Purdy missed much of the year. So the 3 QB meta is going to be back in earnest. Really, the running back room was not what carried this most of the year. I mean, Tony Pollard and Blake Corum, they famously week 14 kind of went nuts. I would imagine this team might have been fighting. I think this team got second in its pod. That probably put it over the top. Excuse me. Ramondre was a great value all year. He definitely paid for his ADP. And Derrick Henry just consistent. I mean, I can't believe he had a 1,500-yard season. I thought it was less than that. It seemed like he was kind of quiet. And Derrick Henry showed up in the finals when you needed him. The wide receiver room, that's where this team made its hay. And I mean, it was drafted that way too, right? So it makes sense. Amon-Ra, JSN, just great picks there. Chris Olave, again, another guy that consistent player, came through hugely at the end. Luther Burden, someone we were all high on, the slappy darling. He didn't do a ton this season, but came through in the finals when he was needed most. So really cool team. If you want to take some solace, it's by no means a super team. I mean, Sam did a fantastic job, but it's not a case where he got some crazy combination you couldn't get. He just drafted a well-structured team, and it got home. So huge congratulations to Sam there. It's so awesome to see him get home. Chris says, one of my second place teams from the semis would have. Yeah, it is brutal, Chris. It is brutal. My team that finished second in its pod in DK was, I don't even want to look at what it would have done in its contest. I think it would have been at least in the top 3. But on a positive note, we are back. Chris. Appreciate you so much. John says, I've learned you actually want bad players on your team, some very mid. I have a hard time believing this is a skill game aside from table stakes roster construction. I think those takes are going to be made. I think we see that happen every year. There's certainly something to be said for a player who is a low advance rate piece who has a good playoffs, right? And there's something to be said for the player in week 16 who's quiet, but then absolutely nukes week 17. Especially the higher up in draft capital you get, the more valuable that is. I mean, Derrick Henry, for example, was fine in the playoffs, but he certainly is not the reason you got to the finals. But if you were able to carry him, your second round pick, in that's huge. So, is there an element of luck? Yeah, absolutely. I don't think anyone would deny there's some element of luck to this. But player takes, roster construction, this lineup is sort of week 17 stacked to the gills. You have the Purdy Burden stack. You had Shuck and Johnson, and I think was that opposite Pollard. I'm already forgetting. Shuck, Olave, Johnson. I believe that was opposite Pollard. You had Derrick Henry playing. I guess Adam Thielen wasn't intentional. I know I'm skipping a few of these. You had Mooney versus Corum, which I think was a little bit of a meme last night. Bryce Young and Ted. Like this team was super well intentioned. So I think there's a lot you can glean from that. Steven, GM, everyone. Hey, Steven, hope you're having a great morning. No, it is not rigged. It's just, if you think you live in a simulation, this is excellent evidence, because it is just nuts that in a 677,000 person contest, we've had two people from the same podcast win. That is just nuts. GM Steven, hope you're having a great one. Pat Carane, I don't know if you're doing a bit, but yeah, Pat Carane won BBM 3. Was it 3 or 2? I'm already forgetting. Hey, GM MacNova, second place DraftKings winner. Hey, huge congrats to you, MacNova. Well deserved. Sorry, I got behind on chat. Thomas AWA, GM to you. Yeah, millionaire in the chat. You love to see it. MacNova. 1 million to second in the DK finals. Excuse me. Yeah, you're right. Chris Thielen was supposed to be on Bryce Young's team. Yes, it was a Thielen, Tet, Young. I mean, but Bryce Young and Tyler Shuck on the winning BBM team. I mean, and with Brock Purdy injured most of the year. Absolutely crazy. Like says, wondering how BBM could be done when the Joe Mixon lineup swaps for not playing all year wouldn't have happened yet. Yeah, well, the guy that finished, I guess he finished third, which was in second, and it seemed the most live to chase down Sam. This person apparently he had Joe Mixon on this team, but I think he had like 60% Joe Mixon or something. So just like absolutely crazy. This player, this career AGTX1 was like super high on Joe Mixon and Cooper Kupp, and gets a team that finishes third, and was just, another Puka long reception away from chasing down Pat, and just another literally one catch for anything more than a yard or two for getting second. Sladen says, Pat won the year my safety died and came back to life. Yeah, the Hamlin comeback player of the year fade was a generational wealth opportunity. MacNova deciding to come to work was a poor choice. Are you telling people at work? Do they even know? I don't even think. I just don't think people outside this world really understand. But huge congrats, MacNova. GM Ecoxer, hey, GM to you, appreciate you. I don't. Well, Apuka TD, he scored on the same drive, right? It was just shorter, and I don't think the yardage difference would have gotten there, but it was close. I mean, it was razor close, and I know there was another reception that was called back, and but I mean, to win, you need those breaks. Like, nobody's winning BBM without something like that happening. Like, so it's just you need those breaks when you're trying to win a GPP, and this is certainly like the ultimate example. But very cool. I'll pull up the eliminator so we can see that one real quick. If I can find it. The eliminator. So this one, yes, our friend Purple Yosh got there, Gunnar Ross in second, and Billy P, everyone thought Billy P's team was a super team, and got run down. It got run down by two friends of the channel in Purple Yosh and Gunnar Ross there. John asking, does the Week 17 correlation cause the spikes or coincidence? I think this is going to be debated absolutely endlessly. I think up until that Sunday night game, I think there was a lot of ammunition for the we're over correlating Week 17, and then all of a sudden you got that game where if you did not have Bears and Niners, you were dead. And I think the Week 17 correlation bros are just in full control. So I think people are going to point to that very game and say, if you did not have that game stacked up, you weren't winning. I think there's a few things there. One is there's no guarantee you get that game. There's also, you're only going to get one or two teams to the finals. Like, nobody's showing up with 10 teams. So then if you are stacking these games, what are the odds you even stack the correct game? There's however many games on the slate. You've 16 games on the slate. You can't stack all 16. So are you better off just taking your shot? I don't know. I think there's going to be a lot of arguments discussed there. Personally, I think I don't know where I stand on it. I think you should try to stack some of those games, but again, I don't know if that was the first game I would go to. If you just showed me, in week 1, okay, you can stack any of these games, which one? Was it Bears, Niners? I don't know. I think the Niners defense being a sieve was not necessarily what we all kind of predicted early on. So I don't know. It's a very interesting thought exercise. I'm sure people are going to discuss it a absolute ton. But yeah. And to think unstacked Purdy of all QBs takes it down. No one thought about Purdy rushing upside. Yeah. He has a little bit of rushing upside. We have talked about that previously. He does have a sneaky little bit of upside, but you don't think that's the reason you're going to get home. He took a 3-yarder and a 10-yarder, right? You give those to McCaffrey, and I'm sure the leaderboard looks quite a bit differently. All those Henry teams, Henry is now on par with McCaffrey. Now you have 2 running backs that super smashed. But again, it's just the way she goes in these things. If you had Chiefs, Nope. If you stack that Chiefs game, the other game one thing we did get right, it didn't matter. I only had 3 finals teams, was I was very bearish on that Bills Eagles game. I thought that game was going to be a ton of running and a huge slog, because a lot of people were excited about that game, and that game was a complete dud. Hey, GM Purple Yosh, congrats. It is. I'll even pull the whole team up. I will pull the whole team up. But huge congrats to you, Purple Yosh. Awesome to see you get there, and to take Cam Scatavo, to get Cam Scatavo a ring means so much to the channel here. But awesome stuff. Purdy gets home. Kyron kind of just put the icing on the cake a little bit. Very cool stuff. The fan and bet getting there. Just awesome to see. Yeah, he had Kittle but was hurt in the finals. There you go. Exactly. Yeah, I think if Sam has Kittle healthy, if you give, obviously it's not 1-for-1, things happen differently, but if you just give Tonjes points to Kittle, Sam wins running away. I don't even think it's a sweat. So, yeah, just awesome. Just got in. Yeah, congrats, Purple. Very cool stuff. So, I just can't wait for the big board. I cannot wait for the big board. We're gonna do it again. I'll say it's very easy on a day like today to get kind of down, right? You see on Twitter everyone who's won, it seems like everyone won but you. It's not how it is. Most people this year lost. Most people lost money playing best ball. That's just this game we play. The contests are top heavy. It's brutal. We kind of live for these sweats. There's no guarantee you'll get a sweat. Last year I had 6 finals team. I had a couple fun sweats. This year I had nothing exciting after. It was very clear after Saturday I didn't have anything. But just, you got to make sure it's fun, because there's no guarantee this is going to be a profitable endeavor. There are far easier ways to make money in life than playing best ball. I promise you. If you're doing this solely for money, it's really like, unless you're some kind of statistics savant, like, this is a very tough way to do it if you're only in it for the money. But this is so much fun. I love doing this. I love streaming. I love talking to you about it and just hanging out in the Discords. And so, yeah, I'd rather have won money. And if you want to say this is cope, that's fine. But truly, like, you need to be having fun doing this, because if you're not, then it is absolutely killer. But you know what? If this wasn't your year, chin up. If you're still having fun, I am so pumped to do it next year, and I hope to see you all in the streets. I just wanted to say that, because, again, people don't post on Twitter like, oh, I lost everything. Oh, I lost 80% of my buy-ins. You know, like, you only see the green screens and the screenshots. All right, let's see. Fannon's injury cost me. Yeah, Fannon was tracking for something huge, it felt like. What a hit he was. My RBs were disappointing this week. Kyron was nice. Yeah, Kyron showing up was pretty huge. For Fannon didn't tweak his... Yeah, Fannon was having one of those games. He felt like he was trending that way. I agree. That would have been injuries were not our friend this year. We lost some of our highest owned players. Kraft was our highest owned tight end. Scatterbo was our highest owned player overall. They felt like wins. I don't need to throw a pity party for injuries for myself. But hopefully next year we don't have quite that run out. Yeah, last year I had 4 finals team from 8 semis. This year only 1 finals from 22. Exactly. The same thing here. I had more semis teams and way fewer finals. I just didn't have the parts you needed to get there. My only loss was no can. Hey, go Easy Cards. Hope you're having a great one. Hope you're having a great morning. Go Easy Cards. Appreciate you so much. Chad, keeping it real. Yeah. No, I appreciate you, Ecoxer. But yeah, it's tough. It's tough when all you see are just people just, like celebrating, and you are not the only one who is now pushing that boulder back up the mountain. Congrats, Yoshi, Gunnar Ross. Great job in the Elim. Congrats that all did well. Agreed. Go Easy Cards. Agreed. Easy for me to say, but we're simply just gamers in here. Yeah, it's got to be fun. Chris, 3 years in, I've made money, but BBM final lose me. No pre-draft contest unless I'm playing with you, Deep. The pre-draft stuff is a lot of fun, Chris. It's a lot of fun. I will say, I think for pre-draft, I'm going to go way less rookie heavy. I think it's tempting to just go kind of bonkers with the rookies. And I think that's cost me in pre-draft. So I don't know. I might, but then it's like, well, we're doing the pre-draft because the rookies are awesome. So I don't know. Hope springs eternal, but I hope to see you in the pre-draft streets. Hopefully UD throws some bucks your way. Adams injury decided my fate. Yep. Yeah, the Adams injury. You know what? I can blame the Adams injury. Even if I didn't have Adams, it just made Puka go absolutely nuclear, and so then I got buried by all these Puka teams. Steven says, drafting this year, I'm going to pay attention to coaches, offensive lines, for example. Jefferson, Genty, Bowers are good players, bad situations. Then Caleb Law benefited. Yeah, I mean, certainly good advice there. Sometimes I think we could do a lot better by just drafting good offenses, or just drafting offenses like we saw what Sam did. He had Kittle and Purdy. We know the Niners are super high octane team, and that got him there. Even if it wasn't Kittle himself, it put him on Purdy, and yeah. But Sladen says, this was the first year I got toasted 0 Puka on my 24 Week 16 teams. I was surreal watching Week 17, only to cheer on my sprint teams that limped to 300. Ready to bounce back strong. I don't even know what my sprint teams finished. Yeah, I'll pull this up. This is you guys can see. This was rough. Yeah, 46th in the little board 2 is our best performance. Let me see what my sprint teams did. Let me pull up my sprint team. Okay, the sprint. So well, I can't pull up the sprint teams. I don't even know what I got, but I didn't do very well. I'm terrible at pre-draft. Last year I had a finals in the big board. This year I bricked everything pre-draft. Go Easy Card says, thank you, Candles, for all the content this year. Time for my recharge. Fellow Wake Up crew, can't wait. Hey, appreciate. Yeah, it's funny because I think we're gonna have different people, and I think more people like best ball drafts than in season. So I'm curious to see, if we get new people, if what the kind of viewership is, because I usually find that more people want to do big board BBM drafts than they do like BRs. I don't know if maybe the Dog Bowl was popular enough if it got people interested, but just glad, whatever you do, Go Easy Cards. I hope you still come out and hang out with us in the mornings when you can. Me too. I agree. Yeah, I went nuts with like Rocket Sanders and Damian Martinez. John says, yeah, that's a simple lesson. You don't need a rookie on every team. I always told myself, what are the odds a rookie is on a winning big board team which has no basis? Yeah, I think like one of Hertzig's best performing pre-draft teams had no rookies on it. I definitely am going to try to temper my enthusiasm a little bit. I mean, I'm still going to take rookies because they do have upside. But I'm not going to go crazy because I think sometimes we take the rookie in the very highly volatile, uncertain situation where the upside is like literally the base case for like some veteran that you're taking them over. Like, it's obviously case by case, but Ecoxer, I had a top 100 on 11 bullets. Hey, there you go. The sprint. I like this sprint. I'm worried that it's going to get phased out because it overlaid so bad. And I also don't think it generated any like Twitter buzz. Like if you're looking for something that's going to get exposure, I don't think the sprint did it. Like no one was talking about the sprint. Purple Yosh, I hope you owe you a super chat when hey, Purple Yosh, I appreciate that so much. That reminds me. Thank you so much. If you can like and sub, that'd be huge. We are trying to get to 400, then 500 subs. But yeah, Purple Yosh, appreciate you so much. Just hanging out means a ton. Again, we were all rooting for you, so it was so cool to see you get there. Zeus says, JCM, Burden, Higgins, Loveland, Shuck all seem like good rookie picks week 7. Yeah, I completely agree. The only problem is like, so did Jarquez Hunter and Damian Martinez and Rocket Sanders and Matthew Golden, and like there's a lot of for those 5 you mentioned, there's probably 5 times that like sucked. But yeah, no, I do agree, Zeus. You do normally get some back-weighted production, and Burden was the big example of that. When he got up to speed, it was huge. It felt like Scatabo was trending that way, but like Gadsden kind of went the opposite way. He started off slow, then he peaked. We all thought we had the next Gronkowski, and then he disappeared. Matthew Golden, I think it was like week 1, he was like fingertips away from a touchdown, and by the end of the year his usage was nothing. And Egbuka started off hot, so like kind of a weird year. We had a lot of like, I almost feel like front-loaded rookie production that slowly tapered off. So I'm gonna keep taking rookies, but I might use a little more caution than this year. Slayden, I really enjoyed the first fourth quarter contest. Gonna be doing those instead of DFS. Yeah, Slayden, I might jump into those streets. As well. Steven, I plan to come nearly every morning, even if I do draft very few pre-draft. I can learn about rookies. Yeah, absolutely, Steven. Appreciate that. We're going to be, we're definitely going to max the big board. I don't know if I could commit to doing all 150 on stream, but we will be streaming I can't say every single day because, stuff comes up, but I mean, the plan is to stream every day. And I just hope they have enough contests. That's the other thing that happens is pre-draft, you can run out of bullets, like if you're doing a lot of them. So hopefully we can keep that going. Season over, your biggest smash and biggest flop. Oh, biggest flop. Biggest non-injury flop. Golden is up there. Justin Fields. I was like way over the field on Justin Fields. So I think you could say Matthew Golden or Fields. I didn't think they'd bench Fields. He has another year left on his contract. I thought there was no bench risk for Tyrod or Brady Cook. And I think you had a bad coach trying to save his job, benched him. Biggest smash, it should have been Scatabo. It should have been Kraft. I would actually say Luther Burden. I didn't have any finals team with Burden, but I was way overweight on Burden. And he just unfortunately, I didn't get the chance to realize any of that. I'm trying to think if there was anything else. And maybe even like, these are kind of mini smashes, but like Juwan Johnson, I took a lot of him late. But yeah, it just stinks because I think Scatabo was on pace to take at least a few more teams into the playoffs for me. Mine might be Puka, and worst, I will never draft Will Shipley. Yep. Tank Bigsby. Yeah, Tank Bigsby and Will Shipley. Dear God. JCM and Phantom were my two most drafted players in BBM. I'm closing every draft in the 17th. And yeah, that's pretty huge. That is pretty huge. Mine was smash fading Kyron and Ken Walker and drafting Dowdle. Biggest flop was Tyreek. Hey, Tyreek. I don't know, the injury stuff. I don't think he was doing I don't think he was paying his ADP, but like, there's a world where you show up in the playoffs and Tyreek Hill just has one of those Tyreek Hill games. I don't know. I don't think it's fair to call that a flop. Like, I had a ton of Garrett Wilson, right? And I wouldn't call him a flop. I think he ended up leading the Jets in touchdowns. He wasn't huge, but I think he had 4 touchdowns in the 5 games he played. We saw AD Mitchell nuke. There were a lot of bad injuries this year. And I had 2x to field on your guy, Connor. Connor getting hurt. It's just really bad run out. 25% Trey Tucker, 18% Caleb. Oh, yeah. Caleb. We don't talk about Caleb Johnson here anymore. Biggest smash was Rico at 25%. Biggest flop, Judy, 20%. Yeah. Judy at least gave you 1 week, maybe 2. But yeah, he was pretty expensive. I'm thinking of him in daily streets where he was free, but he was definitely not free in this. Rico was a nice hit. Yeah, Caleb by the end, I was panic selling. I was he was just off my board, but it was too late. Yeah, big bummer there. Big bummer there. Tieran said, didn't Burden only have 1 usable week? Well, it was, if you had him in the finals, it was what you wanted. Maybe 2. I do consider him a hit. I mean, he literally won Sam BBM. And if you were able to get him in the finals. And he was also trending better than that. I think the injury kind of derailed. Didn't he get hurt as he was ramping up? I don't know. Yeah, Hill did not do much prior to injury. The Dolphins were horribly dysfunctional. But again, you never know. He was still the wide receiver 1, and the Dolphins showed a little bit of life towards the end. Someone to smash if they don't nuke week 15. Yeah, that's a question. Is Rico Dowdle a smash? He's a huge advance rate guy, and then stone quiet in the playoffs. But where you drafted him, I think he was, because I think he definitely got a lot of teams to the dance, So I would call that. As I mentioned, I don't think Genty and Jefferson are bad players, but they had to be flops where they were drafted on but Genty week 16 nuked, right? Genty definitely helped a lot of teams get to the finals. Um, so I don't know. I think you can debate that pick to a certain degree. He definitely did not pay off like otherwise. But what do we pay for a guy that scores like 35 points in week 16, not week 17? Again, so these are like interesting thought exercises that smarter people than me, like a sacrilegious or shady, are probably better suited to answer. Like, what's the value in something like that? But um, it's certainly something. Probably not where we were taking him, but I don't know. It was a huge edge if you did get Genty to week 16. Yep, Joe Mixon. Yikes. Craft injury killed me. Yep. That was a brutal one. He was awesome. He was awesome. That one got me pretty bad. The Laporta injury also kind of a silent killer. I had a fair amount of Laporta. Kraft, I think, was the better pick, but Laporta is not a zero. Like, Laporta gives you usable weeks. Yeah, J.K. Dobbins. Oof. Terrible. He was hurt week 16 and didn't play. I missed who we were talking about there. John, Genty wasn't a flop if you got a Ramondre through type beat. Yeah, exactly. If you got your Ramondre through, then that's pretty huge. Oh, Burden. That's right. Okay, thank you. Yep. Yeah, there you go. That was unfortunate, but again, it made him even lower owned, like in the finals. So you could argue that made him more valuable. I don't know. There's a lot of ways you can describe like value, But yeah, if all you care about is week 17, then you have one lens. If you're worried about it more holistically, then it's like a different story. But very interesting debate, stuff I want to spend more time thinking about for sure. GM gang, congrats to the winners. Happy what's the point of it Tuesday to all the rest. Absolutely. Hey, Greg, appreciate you so much. Can't wait to start drafting big boards again. Kyler Murray was bad. Yes. Kyler Murray. And the problem was I felt like every time I had Trey McBride, I'm like, oh, I need to stack him with Kyler. So like all my Trey McBride teams had like a dead quarterback. Real question is, how much Jordan Tyson will you have the big board go to? You know what, Go Easy Cards, is I am a Arizona State slappy, as the people know. I like Jordan Tyson. I don't think I'm going to go bonkers like I did with Scatabo. I think Jordan Tyson is a fine player. But with Scatabo, I thought that he could actually be like really good in the NFL, like especially compared to where we were taking him. Where I think Tyson, we're probably going to draft him like at appropriate level because he's going to be a first round pick. And so we're going to take him wherever the market is taking first round rookies, which is fine. But I don't think I'm going to be like way over the field on him just because he's my guy. Every time I hear Brian Thomas's name, yeah, where are we taking him next year? Dear God. Catastrophic failure. That was a brutal one. Yep, another flop, says Steven Purple Yost. Exactly, so crazy. Yep. I know. We were so excited about that Liam Cohen offense, and we were right. The offense is awesome. It just BTJ wasn't. It's so killer. MHJ Murray stack could be MHJ. Ooh. Where's Burden gonna go next year? Mid-third? Yeah. Probably. We're gonna get all the second year like numbers, like the second year leap stuff. Yeah, and I don't know that that's gonna be wrong. I don't think we're scared of like DJ Moore anymore. Now, Romo Dunze getting hurt clouds it a little bit. But yeah, he's definitely gonna flip. I think he's definitely flipping Odunze. You could argue there's going to be Romo Dunze truthers. There's going to be Romo Dunze dead enders who are going to say, like, if he didn't get the foot injury, this Burden breakout is a little more overshadowed. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting. Yeah, DK Metcalf. Oof. Yep. Can't even look at the big board. Still in disgust. I know, Greg. But you know what? The big board's going to open and All will be forgiven. I still have no idea about the rookies besides the 2 QB and a guy named Jeremiah Smith. Yeah, I am starting to learn the rookies, but it's so weird. It's just like a whole new class of people like I have no connection to, and now all of a sudden if they're going to be like super important. All right, let's see. I hope BTJ will drop his ADP way down. I will scoop him up. Yeah, I'm definitely could see myself getting over the field on that. MLB best ball. I did like 2 last year, and I think I made the playoffs in both because I blindly tailed like a couple sleepers that Davis had. But yeah, it's a long spring, so you never know. Are we drafting this morning? You know what? Let's do it. I am going to draft. I'll draft him. Is the mitten still open? Yeah, but barely. All right, we'll do a couple mittens. I probably got to run a little early. The kiddo was still under the weather, and so my wife is very. My wife is watching him, so I feel bad taking too much time away. But everything's fine. Don't worry. But I can't make this a particularly long stream. This is a mitten. If anyone wants to hop in. I feel very disconnected from the rookie class. I was way further ahead this time last year. Well, you got a couple weeks to catch up. All right, we got the 3-hole. We got John Frandano in here. And I think that's it. But if anyone else is in here, let me know. I think if anyone is interested, I think I can stream on New Year's Day. I don't know how heavily attended that will be. People probably have better things to do. But I tomorrow with my wife's work schedule and childcare, I won't be able to be on. I think the only day I can do is New Year's Day. So we'll see. I will do my best, but you know, today's a big day, wrapping everything up, and wanted to say hi to the people and start getting ready for big board season. Chris says, "Go AZ cards. BTJ is 6th round, kind of like QJ to me." Man, if BTJ's in the 6th round, I'm gonna have like 80%. I don't know. I think he'll be in the like 4th, late, like the 4-5 turn. That's my guess. Steven, if I drafted 2 guys from my hometown, it would have helped Gainwell and Pollard. Man, Gainwell feels like a small miss to me because I know coaches love him. Like he's just like the running back that's willing to do everything. Like they liked him on the Eagles, but I was still like, no, they took Caleb. That's not going to be a thing. But he was completely free. But it just felt like there was no upside, and no one was willing to make that argument. How about the Ravens and Eagles? Jared's take. Oh my gosh. Ravens and Eagles. I mean, now the Ravens are back live again, looking better and better. You know it. Oh no, location error. Oh, Super Bowl prediction. Oh no. Hold on, let me make my pick and then let me think about that. We're either taking Kyron or AJ Brown here. I'll take AJ Brown. Speaking of Super Bowls. All right, Tierra, we'll do an Eagles Super Bowl just for you. Although this is I hate doing taking Josh Allen just makes your team just stink. Unless you're able to get like Saquon or Kyron, then you like don't have a running back on the other side with your like main Super Bowl. This is always kind of the worst. You know what? All right, we're audibling a little. I'm taking Travis Etienne here. We're gonna try to do Jags and Eagles. I think I don't know. I don't know, guys. This is pretty killer. My Super Bowl prediction. Gosh, everything feels so fragile. The Bills just feel. You know what? I'll do Jags Niners. Official prediction. Pure vibes. Jags Niners. The Niners defense stinks, but that offense, man, it is humming. It is truly humming and coming on at the right time. I would not want to have to play the Niners. So there's the official call. Yep, yes sir. It says Go Easy Cards. Gainwell apart from Rodgers is useless. But that's the thing about Rodgers. That was one of the thesis of taking Rodgers running backs, is he does those checkdowns. You can like PPR scam your way to glory. I was really hoping to get Devonta Smith there. So now we'll take Jacoby over Shakir here. We'll try something. This is not really going super well. David Dameron, morning. I'm D Dameron 44. Okay, nice. All right, so you are at the 5 hole here. So you have the Eagles, Saquon, Hurts, and Devonta. So, yep. Once Saquon and Hurts went to you, there was little chance Devonta was going to come back. But I was afraid I was going to be left without any running backs like whatsoever. So I didn't think I could pass on Etienne. We might still get Shakir, which I guess we're excited about. But we'll see what John Frandano does. John Frandano says, that thought experiment is here. Is CMC a better pick at ADP if 49ers get the bye or don't? I think just as a general rule, I don't want my teams getting a bye. Maybe that's a little too advanced rate brained, but I feel like just playing one less game is just so much worse. But yeah, then if you like advance them and they're lower owned, then it's better. So yeah, I don't know. Time to draft Baltimore and playoff best ball, says Go Easy Cards. We'll see. We've got the 2 games, right? The 2 games that matter. We've got the Bucks and the Panthers, and then the Steelers Ravens game. So those are the like decisions that are left here. Go Easy Cards, don't bother. I have all the combos. Yeah, T-Bear's been calling Philly Baltimore for weeks. That's what we'd love to see. We'd love to see Terrence just take down the mitten, take down the gauntlet, because he has just been firm. Hey, Hartman, yo, GM to you, Hartman. Hope you're having a great morning. Appreciate you so much coming in, hanging out. Let's see what Steel PR does. Hopefully he doesn't take T-Law for no reason. I think we're taking Lawrence, and then we'll see what happens. All right, he takes Derrick Henry. Let's just grab Lawrence here. I don't trust rooms to not take him. So we've got, a couple elite AFC quarterbacks. Hopefully we can get another Bill and another Jag, and then we'll see what we can see on the other side of things. One team that is, well, we'll see. Let's see what John does here. He takes Ladd. I think I should take Swift. I think, first of all, at worst, we've got an advance rate guy. And this way we could do Buffalo or Jags versus either Chicago or Philly, maybe. So we'll get a couple different Super Bowl outs, hopefully, with this one. We'll keep the board up. We can see what's going on, but at the very least, Swift might help us advance. But yeah, I do agree with the argument that I'm very sympathetic to the taking Josh Allen is very tough, and it makes it, if you don't somehow get Cook, which I've almost gotten that rap in a couple rooms. I got Allen at the 4 and Cook went at 8. I think there's going to be more Allen Cook teams just from how bad Buffalo looked, that you're going to have some people who don't want to do it. So it's interesting. Part of me is sympathetic to taking Cook first, and then seeing if you can get Allen around, because if I have to start the team with one, I'd almost rather start it with Cook. And you might have people who don't want to build a Cookless Allen team. Steel PR takes Burden, which is a little annoying, because that was going to be our pick. We'll just take Kincaid there. So we got Shakir, Kincaid, and Allen. As far as Bills, we've got T-Law Jacoby Myers, and Etienne. As far as Jags, we've got 2 picks remaining. Ugh. Not the world's greatest position for us to be in. Go easy cards with Ayuk, most likely not a 9, or new ADPs for Jennings, Pearsall, and Kittle. Is Kittle tight end 2? I don't know if Kittle's flipping Bowers or not, especially with how Kittle's always hurt. That's like my one fear. I will take BTJ on this team, and then I think we'll close it out with Ty Johnson, so that we have a running back on the Buffalo side. So we've got 4 Jags. We will end up with 4 Bills, and we'll have 1 Bear and 1 Brown. I don't really like building like this. I feel like when you go 4-4-1-1, you're really super duper thin. You only have 5 max players in the Super Bowl, so you're covered up by teams that get through that overstack the game. So I don't love this, but we will persevere. Yeah, Allen falling to the turn this morning. I could see it. I think Allen Cook might be back on the menu for some. Bills seem like terrible picks. That's the thing, and it's also very recency bias. You do have to wonder the Bills' motivation that last game. Like, were they even really playing for much? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I feel like they may have been inclined to like not show all their cards, being that they couldn't get the 1. I imagine they don't particularly care who they play. They can't win the division. I don't know. Goods 904 GM sir. Goods, you took down the big board. Is that right? I'll take Ty Johnson and wrap it up. Let me see. Is that right? I think you were the. That's right. Goods, huge congrats to you, and you ran away with it. You ran away with the big board by, what is that? By 27 or something like that. I don't know. My math might be wrong. That is absolutely nuts. You killed it. 23. Huge congrats to you, Goods. Thanks so much for coming in and hanging out. Friend of the channel. True ball knowers contest. Absolutely. So hey, congrats to you, Goods. That is fantastic. Jaron said when they fail, it's obvious why. Yeah, I know you are a noted Bills hater as the Ravens expert. Yeah, Purple Yo saying congrats, Goods. Yeah, huge congrats. Let me pull up Goods' team while he's here. We had Drake May hitting the lineup, Henry and Bijan. Oh, yeah. Wilson, Burden, Olave, and then 2 tight ends, Loveland, McBride. Really cool team. Didn't even need Devonta, Jacoby Myers, a couple of big hits there. Love to see Restrepo on this team. I took a little bit of him. This was probably before the combine. This is so good. Torrey Horton, Ken J. Miller, Kyler. This is such a fun team. Huge congrats to you, Goods. I love this team. I love Restrepo on this team because this says you were truly a ball knower. You were one of us taking that. Hey, huge congrats to you. Let me go back to the team here we drafted. We got Allen and T-Law, Etienne, Swift, Ty Johnson, AJ Brown, Jacoby Myers, Shakir, Kincaid, BTJ. Let's see what our friends in the room did. John, what'd you do? Stafford and Herbert, and then Henderson, Jacobs, Hampton, Puka, Diggs, Ladd, Parkinson, and Keenan. So you leaned into your 2 primary stacks. Man, the Josh Jacobs stuff is scary. He only got like 4 or 5 carries last game. I hope it's just they kind of knew they were locked in. But yeah, this is a big discount to where we were taking him before. So I don't mind the Jacobs stuff, but it's obviously not without some risk. Nice team there, John. And then we had D. Dameron with Ertz, Nix, Saquon, Harvey, Corum, and then Devonta, Goddard, Franklin, Juju, and Ingram. I like the Ingram pick. I don't think he's taken every time, even in Denver stuff. That's kind of fun way to get a little different. So not bad at all. Not bad at all. All right. Let's do one more mitten, and then I'm going to get out of here. Hopefully we don't get some weird error, but I'm going to try to join. Oh my gosh, where is the mitten? All right. We are obviously not going to max the mitten because it's going to fill, and it snap filled. So hopefully some of you got in while I was futzing there. And D Dameron got in. Hey, Go Easy Cards made it in this one. All right, sweet. You guys almost got underflowed, but we were able to get in there. If they succeed, Josh Allen is an alien. I'd bet on the former. I don't know, man. Elite QB was a bloodbath in almost all formats this year, except for like a few spike weeks in the dailies. I'm very interested to see where elite QBs are going in best ball, because it did not work. Like it just did not work. We are not doing the summit. No, I don't think the summit's that expensive, but I might do that if it's still open, maybe on New Year's. Not sure I had a team score 200 all season. Just tough stuff. Henry CMC blast for me. You love to see it. I'll just take Puka. I will take Puka. We won't get too creative. Shipping with Restrepo. Oh yeah, huge style points there. Huge style points. You're not kidding, Terrence. When Brandon Cooks is wide receiver 1 off the street, you're in trouble. Yep. Yeah, it's they've done him no favors. They've done Josh Allen no favors. I think Josh Allen should be MVP because without him, that's like a 4-win team. Optimistically, like I don't know. Yeah, not sustainable. I agree, Terrence. So sad watching Buffalo squander Josh Allen's prime. So, you know what's funny is I used to be like a real hardcore laundry bro. Like I'm a big Dolphins fan. But I'm way more invested in fantasy now. And I just like, yeah, I don't want to see these guys stink. Like even if they're on a rival. Like I want Drake May to be good. It's good for the league. Yeah. But you know, it's a little bit of the Dolphins fan in me is just like, them's the breaks. Them's the breaks, Buffalo. Panthers draftable with 76% playoff equity. Yeah, it's just a risk tolerance thing. If you're taking Panthers, you know, any of the 4 teams that are playing heads up to get in, or are they even heads up? Now I'm confused. You're saying 76%. Can something happen to where they can lose and still get in? I thought it was just pure head to head. Clid said, more importantly, I took down the TakeCast Discord Dynasty Laubei League as well. I mean, when it rains, it pours, Goods. When it rains, it pours. I don't know which is the bigger achievement. The TakeCast Dynasty Leagues are truly the greatest ball-knowing Dynasty Leagues out there. So, huge win. Are you winning? Goods is. I'm not. Artman. Do you feel like this year is different from others in best ball? Or is it pretty much always having those couple right guys sneak through? I think it's having the week, because it all comes down to week 17. Like if you get a team through, like did you have Henry this week? You know, did you have the right wide receivers that scored enough points? Like there's a world where very, very nearly you needed Bijan. You know, Bijan almost was the guy, but Bijan was kind of quiet before, so I think a lot of Bijan teams died to Puka teams because you couldn't have Bijan and Puka. But if you were able to get that team through, you were in really good shape. So we've got Puka here. Let's see what please just let me have Devontae. Oh my gosh, we got it. We got Devontae Stafford, which is nice. We can't always get this, so we will take it when it comes to us. Let's see what other people are doing. We got Etienne at 10 to D Dameron, who had JSN. Josh Allen at 5, yeah. So there you go. The former number 2 is now down at 5. Right as the contest starts closing. I got you. Well, hey, take who you want, but I don't think it would have made sense to lean into Rams when you have a Niners thing going. But hey, people are, can build the teams they want to see. But I do appreciate it, because I did clearly want Adams and Stafford there. John says, if the Falcons beat the Saints, now the Panthers can lose and get in. Oh, interesting. And there's like no motivation in that Falcons Saints game. Like, we have no idea what's going to happen. I do kind of feel like that last night might have been the Falcons Super Bowl, if you want to play that angle. Whereas the Saints feel like they're kind of having fun with Chuck. So I don't know. That is the most vibes-based take you'll get on a very vibes-based show. Is that I think the Saints want that game more. If the Falcons win, the Panthers are in. Gotcha. Nick M says, loved your shows this year. Didn't help me draft better, but had fun. Yeah. They didn't help me draft better either, Nick. But you know what? Next year. We'll get them next year. Nick, thanks so much for coming in, hanging out. Appreciate you so much. That's awesome. This could be the show's motto. Didn't help me draft better, but had fun. If we make a crest, that'll be on it. Three-way tie at the bottom of the pit. Three-way tie. Oh yeah, of the NFC South. Greg, getting a team through to week 17 that can put up a 200 spot feels so impossible. I know. No, it is totally possible. This is kind of fun. We can do Harvey Sutton. I know I could take Corum, but I think getting these two, if the Rams and Broncos both get the 1 seed, then we got real problems. But we're gonna try. We're gonna try. All right, let's see. Guys, you got winner of the best new stream goes to Wake Up Best. Hey, love to hear it. Love to hear it, Go AZ Cards. Appreciate you coming in. We have that as the award, and then we have didn't help me draft but had fun as the tagline. I got it didn't make sense for me. I will never tell people what to do while they're drafting. But I do not think that would have made a lot of sense. Hartman, last year, week 18, the Falcons and London went off in a meaningless game. So there you go. It was Penix, though. Yeah, you do raise a good point, though, because Kirk is sort of fighting for relevancy, a trade. I think he probably does want to show that he can still lead an offense. So I don't know. I might take that back. I don't think the Rams can get the ball. Okay, good. I probably should know these things before I draft these contests, but it's the Tuesday after best ball ended. Anyone in the chat know if I can get horns from the Underdog PFP for? I think you do. I think you do, because like even the gauntlet, like when the gauntlet was split like 85 ways, I think everybody got goat horns. I can't imagine the Elim not getting them. Ball is life. Think of the new friends we made. That's what it's all about. The wiener dog needs swag. I know. I got my German Shepherd. I might have to. I've thought about changing it, but I do kind of. I do like the way this one looks. I don't necessarily know if it needs the goat beard. I think I could do without that, but that's a deep in the off-season discussion, is what your dog and color choice says about you. We'll do a video on that. No one steal my idea. I think that's what people want. Greg says he doesn't think so. It just means you got to win something else. All right, let's take Blake Corum. Do I just take Bo Nix? I just take Bo Nix, I guess. I feel like I'm just like point and click making a team at ADP, but we'll do that. All right. We'll keep the board up so people can see what's going on. I'll review everyone's team. Get out after here. But again, appreciate all of you so much. It's been an awesome year. I guess I truly mean I will see you next year, because in the lamest sense possible, because I will. I'm pretty sure I'll stream New Year's Day unless something comes up. So I will be back in 2 days. Just tomorrow. Tomorrow will not be on. I thought Pat didn't. I thought he just didn't like the aesthetic. I don't know. Some people hide their horns. True sharks. It's true. It's true. However, you can do the tasteful ones like Go Easy cards. You can see they're barely visible. I did the obnoxious ones that are bright white and stand out. So it just sort of depends. Do you need to tell people? I guess if you're streaming, you probably should tell people you've won something. For those that don't know, I won the divisional round BR last year. That's where I got my goat horns. I won the Deposit Kingdom this year, so I guess if I could have multiple goat horns. So we will be trying to claim our crown of divisional round BR this year. We will be making a run at that, and I will probably try to lean into that a little. Board tabling mittens in the chat. Top performance needed. Yeah. Hey, it might fill today. People are frothy. Sleeper agent, says Greg. Yeah, Purple Yosh needs goat horns. I agree. He should have had them anyway. I would argue they were they're long overdue. All right, let's take Troy Franklin. And then what do we do? I'm sorry. I know this is scintillating stuff here. I said I liked the Ingram pick. I almost think I take Evan Ingram. I think I might just do 5 and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. I'll take Evan Ingram here. I think that's kind of fun, unless there is another Bronco. Pat Bryant, Jobbins. No, let's just take Ingram. All right, we'll take Evan Ingram. We'll just do 5 and 5. We'll do 5 and 5, and if this is the Super Bowl, and we get there, my God, we will get home. Hartman says that's potentially the most offensive video the community has seen. I missed this. I don't know what video, Hartman. Artillery Frost, GM shipped the Flock 5, the true ball knower contest, or the Flock community contest. That's awesome. That's a really fun format. I didn't get any through. I didn't win any of my first pots. I had a couple second places, I think. I had one I was winning all year. Didn't get there. But hey, congrats. I still want to know who won the Flock 7, which was my favorite because they messed up when they put it out. And it said it was the Flock Community Contest 6, parentheses, clone. And I wanted to win that one so bad. But alas, that was the one I got bounced from at the very end. They need to get this guy a halo or something. Laurels of Victory, yeah. Something for the Eliminator. Like, I don't know, like a hatchet or something. Like you just chopped everyone down. Fantasy Football Garage, GM to you, appreciate you so much. Thanks for coming in, hanging out. Go Easy cards. Most people don't know. There you go. There you go. Congrats, Artillery Frost, says Greg. Yeah, good stuff from AZ there. Artillery Frost, I think your advance rate pieces from here. Yeah, that probably would have been the move rather than Evan Ingram. I don't even know if there are. Is Zach Charbonnet an advanced rate piece? Someone probably would take him. We'll see. I kind of have an idea for the last pick. Hey, howdy. Hey, appreciate you so much, Emo Cowboy. We were pulling for the Toxic Tower teams, but we got to get there next year. We got to get there next sub and get Chad to 400 before New Year's. Hey, that would be amazing, Emo Cowboy. But just glad to be getting close. Yeah, agreed. Congrats again for the Flock 5. Yeah, 500 subs. I agree, Purple Yosh. I agree. All right, let's take one guy that I don't know what the story of Tyler Higbee is, but I do know no one's taking him. We'll take the unowned Rams piece. So this team will be Stafford, Nix, Harvey, and Corum. Puka, Devontae, Sutton, Franklin, Ingram, and Higbee. So we just do a pure 5-5. Hope we can get through. Seems kind of fun. Maybe Artillery Frost was right. I should have taken an advanced rate piece. Well, let me catch up with chat. We'll go over the other teams in the room, and then I'll hop on out of here. Smith Alexander won Flock 7. I mean, he gets that for the clone. The clone is so good. He needs 500, so let's get to 400. Chad needs 500 for 2025. Yeah, I hope I can do that, Emo Cowboy. That would be really awesome. Would love to hit 500. But just glad to have so many people hanging out the day after best ball ends and going over everything. Emo Cowboy, I have one question. Uh-oh. Go Easy Cards wondering what Emo Cowboy's wearing. Hey, Mr. Sleckham1, GM to you. Hope you're having a great morning. Really appreciate you coming in, hanging out. Emo Cowboy said, Toxic Tower BBM ran so pure for 5.5 games to crash and burn through the final. Yeah. It was weird with the Henry game being like on the island game or happening on Saturday, because it felt very deflating. It felt very deflating. Like you either had a sweat or you were like, okay, it wasn't my year. Just kind of a weird way it ran out. Emo Cowboy is wearing a big sweater. He says a big sweater is the answer to the question. PS Candles always censor my chat. Did I miss? I wasn't trying to censor your chat. Your chat. But I did not see it. I really didn't. Go AC Cards. Don says mine was the same way. I was feeling so good into Saturday night. Yep. All my players in BBM finals were Saturday and dudded minus 30. Brutal. Sherman shipping BBM really took the stick. Yeah. Well, it was very much like the community versus the like biggest boomer of all, who was like the Joe Mixon truther. So I'm glad there was score one for the good guys there. Jake says, I know I got everyone down, only finished 4th in the Scott Fishbowl. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. Emo Cowboy says, always censor Charles. Yeah, no. Charles's chats are on a 5-second delay. Yeah. We have the producer. Okay, we don't have a producer, but if we did, he would take an extra close look on Go AZ Cards. All right, let's see. What did our friends do? We had Donatelli here. He had Purdy and Stroud to go with CMC Mark, so also goes 2-2-6 like we did. CMC though feels a little bit better than RJ Harvey. It's the only piece. Nico, Kittle, Jennings, Pearsall, Higgins, and Schultz. So did the same thing. Did a 5-5. The Niner stuff is awesome. When you can get Purdy, CMC, Kittle, Jennings, Pearsall, like, man, that five-man stack feels amazing. And you can get it like pretty much whenever you want. I feel like that, I don't know. It seems good. If the Niners, I mean, this is very obvious. If the Niners make the Super Bowl, like that's like incredible thing to have. But it's also like, I feel like if you're making a portfolio, having a few of those teams like seem like a must to me. Damron, what'd you do? 2-4-4. T-Law and Darnold, Etienne, Walker, Hampton, and Sharps. A strong running back room there. I like taking Walker and Sharps together. I think that's actually a nice way to build Seattle stuff. JSN, Myers, BTJ, and Ladd. So it looks like it's Ladd as far as on the maybe advanced rate, maybe on the other side of a Seattle Super Bowl, but nice team there from D Damron. And then Go AZ Cards. You're going to be the last team we review this year. Jalen Hurts, Lamar. So you basically built Terrence's team. Dear God. All right. The spirit of Terrence drafted James Cook, Derrick Henry, AJ Brown, Devonta Smith, Dallas Goedert, Flowers, Shavers, and Brandon Cook. So I like the team. I know Terrence likes it. Good stuff there. Too bad the Niners getting the bye. Yeah, that will make it harder to get that through. But my goodness. It is the ADPs are just so friendly on the Niners stuff. My portfolio was light full SF, so catching that. Well, I definitely like that one. Crutches, GM King. Hey, GM Crutches. Appreciate you coming in, hanging out. Made $25 in the best ball finals. You and me both, man. I think I made another $50 in the Patch Bros Brawl. Thanks to the heroic performance of Bijan Robinson. I don't know. I might have been in line to make another 50. It was, how Pete was asking, like, oh, how much money do you need to not root for Sam? I'm like, well, I think if I get a touchdown from Bijan, I move up another pay grade, and it would have bumped him. But no, I was I was not even paying attention to my team at that point. It was not my night. It was not my night last night. But appreciate you, Crutches. Chargers to advance me. Yeah, not bad. Terrence, does not approve of the Buffalo tack on. Satisfactory otherwise. Yeah, I was a little worried when I saw the Tyrell Shavers, Brandon Cooks flair that you added. That Terrence might not like it, but you got a satisfactory, which is a good grade. Terrence is a tough grader. But everyone, this was an awesome year. Appreciate you so much. If you can, drop a like, drop a sub. I will try to stream New Year's Day. We'll see what's still open then. But either way, it has been awesome. Artillery Frost, my sweat was clean, needed the Bijan nuke, which was fine. Yeah, it was funny before I wanted to know like what he was sweating. So I set Bijan to like 35 and like it didn't move. I'm like, oh man, Bijan must need like a crazy day. And he like almost got it. But yeah, crazy stuff there. Crutches, I appreciate you, Crutches. Have a good one yourself. Thanks so much for coming in, hanging out. Thanks, Candle, says Go Easy Cards, and so does Don. Hey, appreciate all of you. I will see you back on Thursday. Take care. Happy New Year.